Hello, and welcome to day 73 of 100 Days of Tonalism. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy. You can call me Mike if you like. The study I'm doing today is by Charles Warren Eaton, and it is called Winter Solitude. We've done quite a few Eatons in this series. He's, probably, like I said, my number 3 tonalist. Who knows? Maybe number 4, but he's right up there. He's great. And he's another person who's a big fan of Charles Warren Eaton is David A. Cleveland, who wrote a book called A History of American Tonalism. He also wrote a book specifically about Charles Warren Eaton. Great big book. I wish I had. I don't own it. Any of you grateful blog readers, video watchers out there that want to send me a copy are more than welcome to contact me. Anyway, we've been reading from that book, and I'm going to pick up in the area where we left off. It's page 283 in A History of American Tonalism by David A. Cleveland. Eaton, like so many tonalists, was drawn to winter imagery, not simply for the subdued light and somber mood of the subject matter, but because of the wonderful compositional resources that stark contrast of organic form against the snowy backdrop offers. We're lucky that David A. Cleveland has written a bit about this painting in the book that we're reading today, so I'll read from it here. Winter Solitude has fully incorporated Dewing's rarefied decorative touches, superbly modulated tonal transitions, and compositional modes, incorporating the very latest ideas about design, pattern, and symbolization, all translated into a distinctive American idiom. It is the uncanny combination of naturalness and technical finesse that underlies the soft-spoken felicities of the American-trained artists like Eaton, Ochman, and Foster, in turn empowering them and placing them on the cusp of developments in aesthetic tonalism in the early 1880s. Echoes of Dewing's compositional know-how and decorative charm can be found transformed and incorporated in almost all of Eaton's early work from the 1880s and into the 1890s. And he goes on to write about several other paintings here, but what I guess I'd like to talk about, well, first of all, I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but Thomas Dewing was a teacher of Eaton's and a big influence on him. But this particular painting is, tonalism at its finest, and with the points the author makes about the design, and that's one of the things that really took tonalism away from where American painting had been previous to that with the Hudson River School. In many cases there, of course, there was always a bit of an element of design, but there was a lot more fealty to nature directly. Whereas with tonalism, the artist feels quite free to move things around and change things. And this is a pattern that basically started with people like Corot. There's a famous quote about him where he was painting a picture outdoors, and someone says, "Well, you've got the pond in your picture, but the pond's behind you." And Corot says, "Well, now it's in front of me." This painting is its masterful use of what I would call a yellow, violet color scheme, which is basically complementary. But he uses these deep reds too, and in my case, I've let some of the colored ground come through and show through in that tree mass. But this is a painting I definitely wanted to absorb, and I've been a huge fan of for a long time. And Charles Warren Eaton is, a masterful painter, and this is probably my favorite period of his work too. So anyway, I can see we're getting somewhat close to the end of the video here. I'd like to thank you for joining me for day 73. Hopefully you're reading my accompanying blog posts where I've been discussing a bit of my own tonalist artistic painting process. Come back tomorrow, day 74. We're getting close to the last 25, folks. And we'll see you then. Take care. and stay out of trouble.